faith, family, and fight. It took all three for Kentucky sophomore defensive end Josh Paschal to begin the next chapter of his football career.
Number 4, Josh Paschal.
Paschal may not have played a single snap through the first 10 games of the 2018 season, but his courage and unwavering will off the field inspired a resurging program on it.
Before I get started, I have a couple updates that I want to give you. Josh Paschal and the skin lesions that he had removed from the bottom of his right foot. Well, I'm sorry to say that those came back as a malignant melanoma.
To be honest with you, it was gut-wrenching, and broke my heart then, and it breaks my heart right now to think about it.
All because of a tiny spot on his right foot that wouldn't go away.
I would just get some little stinging on my foot. It would feel like my foot would just sting a little bit. It just basically felt like I had a blister on my foot.
If it's a blood blister, usually they respond like X. After X period of time, they kind of just come to the surface of the skin and kind of wear away.
But it didn't go away. In fact, it got worse. Eventually came the devastating news.
Josh has a form of skin cancer. It's a fairly aggressive type of skin cancer called melanoma. And the good news, he was diagnosed early.
Shock, utter shock, because honestly, like I said, that was the last thing that I would think it was.
I was just stunned. I just didn't think he fit the profile for melanoma.
And I was just like, wow, I always heard about this, but I never would think that it would happen to me at such a young age.
He called me one day out of the blue, just told me, you know what I mean? So on the phone, so I was just I was shocked. I almost started crying, because like I said, he's like my brother. He's like my little brother, and I loved him.
I felt awful for him. I just wanted to give him a hug, and but at that moment, you kind of felt, the team, we were gonna, have his back and play for him.
He's just such a special young man. He's such a special person that it just really hurt.
I've been a certified athletic trainer for going on 40 years. Very rarely, if any, do I remember something like this. That was pretty unique to catch it that soon. I think that was pretty much on the side of divine intervention.
With faith and family on his side, Paschal remained confident and was ready to fight for a return to football.
And it was never a doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to be able to play, just because I knew I was going to do everything in my power for me to be able to play and for me to be able to come back to play with my brothers.
Josh is one of the most positive people that I've met. His parents were extremely focused on him getting better.
That mindset carried over to Paschal's football family. Coaches and staff members knew that despite difficult times, Josh Paschal wouldn't shy away from tackling cancer.
I think it was very hard, and I'm sure it was shocking to him and his family and everybody. But once he got a grip on it and got his arms around it, he was just very matter of fact of, I'm gonna handle this, I'm gonna do the treatment, and I'm gonna be fine.
Josh talks about one thing, and that's return to play. He never once acknowledged the negative sides of the word cancer.
He just expresses the fact that, well, this is kind of what I got, and what do I got to do to get back to football? What do I got to do to get ready?
There's good reason for Paschal's confidence and drive. He looks to a higher power for strength and protection on his difficult journey.
That has a lot to do with his faith and his relationship with Christ and how far he's come, and he's just a very confident and very matter-of-fact person.
I wasn't too scared because I'm a Christian. I gave my life to Christ in the spring. So whenever I get scared, I just fall into God's arms, and I know that God has my protection comes from God, and that I can overcome anything through His strength.
I told him and his parents this is going to be a chapter to Josh's story.
A story that would include offensive line coach John Schlarman, who's waging a cancer battle of his own. The team pulled on wristbands saluting the two, and they finished every workout the same way.
JP on me, JP on 3, 1, 2, 3. We played for him for the whole season. I told him before every game that we play for, JP and we play for Coach Schlarman.
For us to come back and like kind of play for those guys, it just felt right.
We know how desperately he wants to be on the field, helping and fighting for his brothers.
As the Wildcats celebrated their first win over Florida in 31 years, Mark Stoops designated game balls to Schlarman and to Josh.
We're going to give 2 out. And who are they for? JP, Coach Schlarman and JP.
It was just authentic, and it was true. It was just the right thing to do to present those two with a game ball, because that game was special to us, and it was a long time coming, and we worked extremely hard for it. So those two deserved it.
Emotions was everywhere. And then I called Josh. Josh texted me right after the game. I love you, bro. Congrats.
I love just watching them play, have fun, just be happy and win games.
Touchdown! Kentucky! Victory! Kentucky!
I just looked at them and they just kept winning games and just kept having fun and smiling, and it was just brought joy to me.
Kentucky found themselves in the middle of a historic season. The Wildcats started 7-1 and were tabbed the number 10 team in the first week of the college football playoff rankings. A group of motivated cats found themselves fighting for a single cause, number 4, and a return was on the horizon.
It felt good just to get back in there, even just be in stretch lines, and just to be able to be out there and break it down with my team.
1, 2, 3.
Do jumping jacks, anything. It was just fun.
He was practicing with the ones, and then I was just like, this really, this for real? He's going hard, full gear, contact, and all that. I was like, oh, this dude, he's about to play this week.
I remember asking Coach Hill, I was like, is Josh really playing? I was shocked. I was like, is he allowed to play?
He was. It was week 10 against Middle Tennessee State, the final home game of the 2018 season.
I just found out from Coach Stoops, and he had told me that he would just want to start me just to bring some juice to the team, and that he just wanted to bring some excitement.
And see him on that day, especially on senior day, my last home game, a lot, Josh Allen, all those guys, that, are in his position group's last home game. For him to be out there with us and him, to get the start, I felt so happy for him.
A guy a couple months ago just got diagnosed with cancer, who's went through treatment, who went through surgery, several surgeries. For him to be back out there on the field in the amount of time, it's just a blessing.
We just went out there, we did what we were supposed to do, and we just had fun.
But Paschal wasn't satisfied with returning to the field. He was looking to make an impact.
Tackle is made by Kentucky's Josh Paschal.
Make an impact like that, it was just a blessing. He should have heard me on the sideline.
Not only were his teammates overjoyed, but the Big Blue Nation as well. After the win over Middle Tennessee, fans waited for Josh, hoping to get an autograph.
Thank you so much.
He signed every one.
Just to see the support staff that I have and the fans that I have, I would just always appreciate them. And just for me giving them autographs out and stuff like that, it was just a small appreciation that I could give back to them.
The following week, the Wildcats faced the Louisville Cardinals on the road, but there was an ocean of blue in the stands, including his mom, dad, sister, and brother.
Be able to play again and have my family support through it all was just amazing, and just to have them by my side through everything.
To me, it was almost like seeing him play for the first time. Just him having that opportunity just to be in that space with him. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Josh was ready to work. He knew he was going to get okay. He knew he had prayers. He knew he had resources from everybody on the team, and plus he had a great community behind him that's going to push him to get better.
Trials are just blessings in disguise once you get through them, and so once I got through this, my relationship with God just became stronger, and my faith became stronger, and I was able just to trust fully in God with my whole heart and just give my life to Him.
You're an inspiration.
I appreciate it. I knew that He would get me through it, just because He wouldn't throw anything at me that I can't handle. We handled it.